What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a very exciting FIFA 19 career mode new features video. This is a part 1 of all the new features that will be on FIFA 19 career mode. And at first, when I heard that there are no major changes in career mode, I was very disappointed, but I thought I will start researching because this is my favorite game mode, and I found actually a lot of very interesting information on what will be on FIFA 19. FIFA 19 beta, the career mode has all the new features that will be on FIFA 19 career mode, the full game. So I compiled a whole host of and a whole list of new features, so I'm really excited to present to you guys. So guys, if you are excited about the FIFA 19 content and you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new to my channel. I will post daily FIFA 19 videos when it comes out, mainly career mode, but I will also post Ultimate Team. And subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you never miss a future upload. And guys, let me know what are the features that you want to see on FIFA 19 career mode or FIFA 19 in general. Leave your wish list in the comments below, and the best ones will be featured in a future video. So if you want your comment to be seen in a future video of mine, leave a comment. So the first of all, what is a big change is that on the options screen, you know, when you start the career mode, there will be the ultimate difficulty in career mode. This is a feature that many people, including myself, wanted, because I can only play career mode on increased harder than legendary sliders. But my hope is that on ultimate difficulty you will actually have a struggle. And I also heard that the big teams are a lot more powerful on FIFA 19 career mode than they are on FIFA 18 career mode. I heard people saying that going to Manchester City away in the Premier League is actually a lot harder, and it's actually a proper really big test and a huge challenge. If you play at Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, or like Man United or Liverpool away, that should really feel like a lot harder than playing against somebody like Bournemouth or Cardiff City, for example. Another big improvement from last year, from FIFA 18 to FIFA 19, is the transfer budget. So for example, if you have a transfer budget at the end of the season, let's just use an example, if you have something like 50 million left over and you lose that by, you know, ending the season and going towards the next season, that was infuriating on FIFA 18. But on FIFA 19, based on your performance, actually the board increases the transfer budget accordingly. But also, if you have money left over from last season, so if you, for example, you have 50 million left over in the transfer budget, the board actually adds that 50 million to next year's transfer budget, which is fantastic new addition. And especially if you are managing a smaller club, it's absolutely vital that you can keep as much money as you can. But also managing a big club like Liverpool, I will do a Liverpool career mode on FIFA 19, but also I will do other career modes as well. It's vital because having that 50 million in the new season plus could be the difference between signing a big marquee player or not. Or another addition which I really like, and this is not a big addition but something important, is that on this screen on FIFA 19 career mode, all the attributes of your player will be on one screen, so you don't have to scroll over and just check all his stats out. So you will have all his attributes in one screen, which I think is a very neat, handy addition. What is also a very good new feature is when you get a youth player and you promote him to the first team, you can put him on the loan list straight away. It's very frustrating on FIFA 18 career mode when you have a youth academy player, you promote him, he's like 55 rated, but he has a potential of 90. You want to loan him out, but you have to wait a whole year, a whole season until you can loan him out. At the beginning of the new season can you only loan him out. This was fixed, so in FIFA 19 career mode, when a youth player is promoted, you can loan him out straight away, so loan offers can come in for him straight away. And also when you are hiring a youth scout in career mode, there is a text saying that if a scout has a better experience, he will find a larger number of players. But if a scout has better judgment, it will find higher quality players. But of course, if you have the money, you want to sign a scout like this one who has the best experience possible and the best judgment possible. But that could be expensive. So if you are doing a road to glory career mode, and I love doing those, you know, getting a smaller team promoted to the first division and competing in the Champions League, you potentially can't get the highest possible scout. So if you want to have a large number of players coming in as from the youth reports, you want to hire a scout with a better experience. But if you want to find just a few players, but higher quality players with better potential, you want to hire a scout with a better judgment. So use this information when you are starting a Road to Glory career mode on FIFA 19. And also very interesting, just to add something to the youth player you know, features. When you are having a youth player promoted, they will have more realistic looks, and also all the player faces have been updated. I'm talking about the generated youth academy players, the unknown players. They will have better looks, and also very rarely does that happen anymore, that the player has low work rates. Remember that on FIFA 18 and on previous FIFA games, when you hire a youth academy player, most of the time their rating, I mean their work rates are very low. But only strikers have sometimes low work rates as attacking and defensive work rates. And also, you know how frustrating it is when you have a youth academy player who has like 90 potential or 94 potential, but he has 1-star weak foot and 1-star skill moves, and he is a striker. You absolutely hate that happening. I read that on FIFA 19 career mode that very rarely happens, so it's a lot less common than on FIFA 18 career mode, which is also a welcome addition. I'm really happy about that. You know what always bugged me as well? That when you are looking at the Premier League top scorers or any league's top scorers at the end of the season, like in real life, most of the top scorers, like 80% of the top scorers, are out and out strikers who play most of the games for the top teams, but in career mode you can see a lot of like wingers and even attacking midfielders finishing as the top scorers, which seems pretty random. Well, let me tell you that seems to be fixed. So I saw this guy simulate the whole season on a FIFA 19 career mode, and all of the top scorers were strikers, which I'm really happy about, because that will add another factor, another piece of realism to the career mode, because in real life that happens as well. Most of the top scorers in each league are strikers for their respective clubs. You know what always bummed me as well in career mode? That you can't train pace and strength. Sometimes, you know, having a striker with a lot of pace and a lot of strength is the best scenario. If the striker already has good finishing and good dribbling attributes, you want to train his pace off. But in this current FIFA 18 career mode, you can't train a player's pace, and also you can't train a player's strength. And it was really frustrating as well, because if you promote a youth academy player and that player, you start training him because you want him to reach his highest potential as soon as possible. It was so frustrating that if you start training a youth academy player straight away after promoting him to the first team, he doesn't develop his you know, physical attributes. He stays at a very low strength physically, and that just sometimes ruins a player, especially if he's a defensive midfielder or a striker. If he has no strength, that's really infuriating. Well, that changed, because in FIFA 19 career mode you can train for agility and sprint speed, and also you can train for pace. And for agility and sprint speed you can train, the training drill is called Race Against the Clock, which I'm really excited about this feature. And also finally you can train the strength of the youth academy players. So if you promote a guy from the youth academy, you can actually straight away start training with him and you don't have to worry that he will remain a very low strength player, because you can actually train his strength up as well as his other attributes. So if you want to, you know, actually have a guy and get him to his full potential in 2 or 3 seasons, you can actually do that if you put that guy on all 5 of the training drills and train his pace, his strength, his agility, his finishing. Then you will have a world-class striker in 2 or 3 seasons, which I'm really excited about. I think that's absolutely vital, especially for Road to Glory career mode, where you want to have youth academy players turning into superstars, and potentially you can sell them for 70-80 million pounds in the end. It's vital that you can train their strength and also their pace. What is also a brand new addition on FIFA 19 career mode, you know, on when you search for transfers, you can search for transfer listed players, loan listed players, or not transfer listed players, or free agents, where, well, there is a new addition. You can search for release clause. You can search for players who have a release clause, and actually I signed a player on the Liverpool career mode that I'm playing. I signed a player, Leon Bailey, for almost his exact same transfer value that was his market value. So you know that Leon Bailey, you know, he's worth about 49 million pounds, and I signed him for 50 million pounds because Bayer Leverkusen failed to update his release clause. And if I would have signed him 1 year from now, I would have actually been able to sign him for a release clause lower than his market value, which is absolutely brilliant. And I think this is a game changer. To be able to search for players who have a release clause is really good. The bad news is that you cannot loan players in to your club with an option to buy. That's really frustrating, because there are so many times that clubs do this. For example, Liverpool sold Danny Ings to Southampton. Well, they loaned him to Southampton, but they will have not an option to buy, but an obligation to buy him at the end of his transfer. And that it would be fantastic, because how many times do you want to try out a player, but you are not really sure that you want to spend a lot of money on him, so it's better to loan him in if he's a young player. And if he works out for your club, if you really enjoy using him and he puts up good performances, you want to have the option to buy him at the end of his loan spell, which now I'm really pained to say, but that is not on FIFA 19 career mode. What is also a brand new addition, and I think this will be on other game modes as well, so you know when you are switching players when you are defending and you don't know which player the game will switch you to. So for example, you are controlling your center back and there is a winger running down the wing. You want to switch to your right back, but instead the game switches to your defensive midfielder. Well, on FIFA 19 I actually saw a picture of this, that there is a smaller triangle. So for example, when you are controlling a player, the player has a red triangle above his head, but when you want to switch to a different player, the game actually shows with a smaller yellow triangle on another player which player you will switch to. So you can decide, is it better to control the current player that you are controlling, or is it better to switch to another player? And remember that there will be a smaller yellow triangle on the other player's head, which I think is a very neat addition. This could be potentially a game changer, considering the gameplay, that if you are controlling one player and you want to switch to another player, it's not random anymore. You will actually see which player the game will switch you to, which I think is a very neat addition. So guys, if you enjoyed this FIFA 19 new features list, I really hope that you did. Leave a like, and part 2 of this video will be going up in a few days. I just want to see what kind of feedback, what kind of reaction does this have for you guys. So thanks for watching, really hope you enjoyed this. See you later guys, goodbye.